Hello and welcome back to another tutorial in the SQL Express series. In today's video, we will be covering the select and from statements along with some basic functions and keywords like top, distinct, sum, etc. If you followed along with the previous video, we created a database and a table called employee, and we populated that table with some data, which looks like the table shown below. Let's now focus on what the select and from statements mean. The from statement specifies the table from which we want SQL to retrieve our data, while the select statement specifies which columns we want to display in the output. For example, as mentioned in the previous video, the following code means show all columns, the star stands for all columns, from the employee table. In any case, if we don't want to display all columns and instead we want to show specific columns, we can specify them directly in the select statement. We could indeed just select first name or last name or last name and sales, for instance, by separating the column names with a comma. But let's now return to the previous example and let's start to use at the same time another code to run some tests and see the differences with the original dataset. For example, let's start by using the top keyword followed by the number 5 and execute the query. This keyword is used as a kind of filter which returns in the output just a certain number of rows, 5 in this case, from a specific table. This is very useful when we have a table containing a lot of data and we want to get a quick look at it. Instead of running a select star statement, which retrieves all the data present in the table, we can use the top keyword to view just a sample of that table. This approach is much faster and more efficient as the query have to work on a just small portion of data and not on the entire dataset. Another important keyword we want to discuss in this video is the one called distinct. Distinct is used to ensure that the result returned by a query contain only unique values, eliminating any duplicated rows. Running this query, for example, it returns all rows as it couldn't find any duplicated one to be eliminated. This is because when the distinct command is applied to multiple columns, it treats them as a single combined column by concatenating all their values together in each row and then comparing these concatenated rows to find and eliminate duplicates. However, this scenario changes if we apply the distinct command to a single column, such a region. In this case, the query would return just 4 rows corresponding to the 4 distinct values in the region column: east, north, south, and west. The final topic we will discuss in this video covers basic functions such as minimum, maximum, average, sum, and count. These functions all operate in a similar manner. Once we have chosen the function we want to use, we need to specify within the parentheses the column name to which the function will be applied. For example, writing a query like the one below, we are basically saying return back in output the sum of the column sales from the table employee. Once we run the query, we get back the result as shown below. One important note to make here is that whenever we use functions in our query, we are effectively creating a new calculated column in the output dataset, which wasn't present in the original table. Therefore, we need to specify a name for this new column. If we don't, the output will display no column name, as it doesn't know how to call it. Even though in this specific case the query doesn't produce an error message, it is important to assign an accurate name to any function. This enhances readability and prevents potential issues in more advanced queries, such as those involving subqueries, for instance. To assign a name, we can add the prefix as followed by the desired column name after the function. For example, we could call it total sales, and when we run the query again, we can see that the output now contains the specified column name. So, thank you very much again for following along to the end, and congratulations on completing another step towards a career in data analytics. In the next tutorial, I'll cover the where statement, while in the final video of this beginner series, we will explore the group by and order by statements. This will complete the first part of our series, which is dedicated to absolute beginners. After that, we will move on to the intermediate one, where I will dive into more exciting topics and advanced concepts that I'm sure you will love. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like the video and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest releases. As always, if there is a specific topic you'd like me to cover, please let me know by leaving a comment in the section below. I hope you found this tutorial useful and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Ciao!